Hello bachcho, let's see passage 2. Passage 2 talks about the ethnic violences in Manipur is contributing unabated. Over 100 people have lost their lives and thousands have fled their homes. Properties worth crores have been destroyed. Many people of worship have been desecrated, and this the divide and distrust between the majority Methi community community का नाम क्या है Methi community and the tribals Kuki, Zomi and Naga is getting deeper. Both the sides are getting increasingly segregated, with the tribals leaving the Methi dominated Impal Valley. The valley is Impal Valley, and the Metis abandoning their home and businesses in the hills, with the tribals are an overwhelming majority. Tension has been brewing for a while over the issue, like raids in the hills to stop alleged illegal cultivation of poppy and evict illegal migrants, but things boiled over after the state high court asked the government to consider the long pending Methi demand to include them in the list of scheduled tribes. तो अब मेथी कम्युनिटी को scheduled tribes में include करना है, यानी उस demand को consider करने बोला गया. The Biren Singh government failed to control the spread of violence and migration of the population. Union Home Minister Amit Shah's visit helped calm down things, but violent attacks started soon after again. The government's 51-member peace committee, तो उन्होंने एक peace committee बनाई हुई है जो 51 members से comprise करती है, to talk with the community leaders and redress issues, have proved to be a non-starter. Allegations are that the committee was formed unilaterally and the people named were included without seeking their consent. Eminent theatre director Ratan Thiam, a meaty withdrew from the peace community, stating that the government needed political will to bring the situation under control. The Sangeet Natak Academy Award winner and the former chairman of the National School of Drama also said that the things would not return to normalcy until the center comes into the picture. A Methi organization has that was included in the committee also exited. So did the Apex Kuki Body organization. That was included in the committee also exited. So did the apex Kulki body. The center's presence and the actions are yet to be felt. तो center का जो presence है और actions है वो अभी तक कुछ हुआ नहीं है state में. Neutral central forces must deploy uh, in the buffer zone to prevent attacks from both the sides. Cookies believe that currently deployed Manipur commandos are biased against them. The center must simultaneously launch an operation to recover the looted arms and ammunition. More than 4,000 sophisticated weapons and countless ammunition have been looted, for which barely over 1,000 have been recovered so far. Attacks will continue until the looted weapons are recovered. There are also allegations of bias and relief distribution that need urgent redressal. This time the central moved fast to douse the raging flames in the Manipur. So now that we have seen the passage, let's see the questions. Question number 6 says, which of the following, if true, would most strengthen the author's argument that the central's intervention is crucial in resolving the ethnic violation in Manipur? तो हमें ये बताना है कि कौन सा statement out of the four given below would strengthen the argument कि जो भी mention है यहाँ पे कि center का intervention ज़रूरी है. So let's see the option. A says the center has successfully resolved previous instances of ethnic violence in other states through effective mediation and reconciliation. This option is wrong because it focuses on center's capability in resolving the matters through the past experience, but it is not focused anywhere about the Manipur situation and how the center could be of use in such a situation. B says the local law enforcement agencies have been ineffective in curbing the escalating violence and requires additional support from the center. This option is the right option because it shows how local laws and the agencies have been ineffective, and it showcases the need of the center to bring in the resource and the implementation to curb the escalating violence. C says the varying factions in Manipur have expressed a willingness to cooperate with the center in finding a peaceful resolution. This again being an option where the people are ready to peacefully cooperate, but it again shows nowhere ki how centers intervention is crucial. So this is again a wrong option. D says the center has allocated substantial financial resources to implement socio-economic development projects aimed at addressing the underlying cause of the ethnic conflict in Manipur. While these enactments and implementations are of positive, they nowhere show how the local government have been ineffective in curbing the issues, and there is a need of centers intervention. So this is again a wrong option. Let's see question number 7. It talks about which of the following if true would most strengthen the author's argument. यहाँ पे भी हमें फाइंड करना है कि कौन सा strengthen करेगा author के argument को. Author का argument is the deployment of neutral central forces is necessary to curb the ethnic violences in Manipur. Let's see the option. A says local police forces in Manipur have been accused of partiality and bias in handling the ethnic conflict, leading to further escalation of violence. This option in on the face of it is the right option because it shows how the local police have been acting partially and the bias, and there is a need of neutral central agencies to curb the violence. B says international human rights organizations have expressed concern about the deteriorating situation in Manipur and have called for the immediate intervention of the neutral peacekeeping force. This option is a wrong option because although it focuses on international human rights organization, there is no focus on the central intervention and how that would be helpful. C says the neighboring states has successfully resolved similar ethnic conflicts through the deployment of neutral central forces, resulting in a significant reduction in violence. This is again a wrong option because while the option shows that it has been successful in other region, there is no such mention of how the central could be useful in reduction of the violence in the present situation. D says Manipur government has acknowledged its limitation in controlling the ethnic violence and officially requested the center's assistance in maintaining law and order. This option is also a wrong option because even though the Manipur government has requested for the assistance, there is no mention of the uh, neutral center's intervention in the same. 8 says which of the following would strengthen the author's argument. Argument ये है कि the government peace committee is ineffective in resolving the ethnic violence. A says the peace committee lacks representation from some ethnic groups. This is a wrong option because it talks about the ineffectiveness of peace committee. B says peace committee has not met regularly since its formation. This shows their ineffectiveness and also their non motiveness towards working of the resolving of the ethnic violence, and hence Manipur has not seen the resolving of the ethnic violence. So this is a right option. C says several influential community leaders have publicly expressed their support for alternative peace committee consist of representatives from all the ethnic groups. This is also a wrong option. D says the peace committee has successfully mediated negotiations between the government and ethnic groups. This is also a wrong option because it would weaken the author's argument and not strengthen it per se. Let's see the ninth question. It says which of the following if true would strengthen the author's argument that the state government efforts alone are insufficient to control the ethnic violence in Manipur. A says local community leaders have expressed a lack of confidence in the state government's ability to handle the situation and have called for the central government's. This is a right option because this shows that how local community leaders who have the knowledge of the ground reality have realized that it would be hard for them to uh, handle the handle the ethnic violences and have requested for the central government's intervention, and hence this would strengthen the author's argument of control by the central government. B says state government has deployed additional police forces and established special task forces to combat the violence. This is again a wrong option because it nowhere shows that these steps are insufficient or not proper for by the state government. C says international organization and neighboring countries have condemned the state government's handling of the crisis and urged the central government for the immediate action. This is again a wrong option because it not per se talks about the intervention of the central government. D says the state government has sought assistance from non-governmental organization. This is also a wrong option because it talks about the non-governmental organization and civil society groups to assist the state government and not per se the central government. 10th question and the last question says which of the following, if true, would most strengthen the author's argument that addressing the root cause of the conflict is essential for reducing the ethnic violence in the Manipur. A says economic disparities between the different ethnic communities in Manipur have worsened over the years, leading to increased resentment and tension. Option number A is correct because it talks about the economic disparity which is fueling the conflict more, leading to the worsening of the situation in the years. So this is strengthening the author's argument. B says recent peace talks between varying factions in Manipur have resulted in temporary ceasefire and a willingness to engage in a comprehensive dialogue for conflict resolution. This is weakening the author's argument and not strengthening it. So this is a wrong option. C says Manipur state government has increased police presence and implemented stricter law enforcement measures to suppress the acts of violence. Option number C is also a wrong option because it does not talk about the fueling of the conflict. D says external extremist groups have been exploiting the ethnic divisions of Manipur to further their own agendas, exacerbating the conflict. This is also a wrong option. So I hope the passage was understandable. All the very best.